Hello everyone, hello. This is a tutorial how to make a Counter-Strike 1.6 server. So the first step is that you need to download the game and the server. The game you can obtain from Steam. You can buy it for about 18 Indian rupees or $1.5, or you can obtain it from other sources. Those are mentioned in the description. Now, once you have the game, you need to download the server. Just use the link that we provide in the description, and after downloading it, it's about 200 MB, and the game itself is about 200 MB. So all this video requires you to do is download about 400 to 500 MB of data, and you are ready to play Counter-Strike 1.6 with your friends. Now the next step is that when you have downloaded the server, you need to extract the server files to a folder in your PC. The server files may either be in the form of a setup.exe or a zip file. You can extract it to any folder. That folder will be your server. In that folder, let me show you that folder on my PC. That's in D drive. Here it is, this folder, Counter-Strike 1.6 server. This is my CS 1.6 server. In this C strike folder, you have to open this folder, then C strike folder, there's a file hlds.exe. No, actually it's outside the folder. Inside this are the configuration files for your server, mainly the server.cfg file. You can open it with Notepad. It has the name of your server, other commands. We'll discuss these in a later video, so it's not required right now. So you can just close the server.cfg. Here hlds.exe, this is how you have to run your server. So you know what, if you just start your server here, it will run no problem, but when others try to connect to it, they won't be able to. So what you require is port forwarding. Now the next step is, you have downloaded the server, you have seen how to start it. Now you want to do port forwarding. So let me first explain why you have to do this. The first thing is that your ISP provides you a single IP address that looks something like 59.178 or something like 120 point something. You can recognize this type of an IP address. That is your external IP. And when in your house you have laptops, phones and PCs, all these devices form a LAN in your house, and they are given a local IP by your router. And so you need that your external IP, which your ISP gives, should redirect to one of your local devices. Each of these devices will have a different local IP but the same external IP. So you'll make a server on one of these devices, it can be a PC or a laptop, and then you want that when someone tries to connect using this external IP, this external IP should redirect to your local IP of that device on which you are hosting the server. So first you want that the device on which you want to host the server should have a fixed local IP. That is very important. It should have a fixed local IP. And to get a fixed local IP, what you need to do is go to Start, go to Control Panel, and then you have to go to the Network and Sharing Center here. Then go to Change Adapter Settings. In my case, I am connected to my MTNL router or modem using a LAN cable, so it is here local area connection. And if I use the same thing on my laptop, I'll see a Wi-Fi. So you'll have to right click on that and click Properties, see, you have to this opens up a window. In this window you have to select Internet Protocol version 4 and then click on properties, and you have to make sure that this obtain IP address automatically is not selected. Most of the time it is, so you have to select the other option, use the following IP address. By default it is like this: obtain IP address automatically, obtain DNS server address automatically. These are the settings that are by default most of the time. Maybe your MTNL or Den or Airtel guys might have configured it for you, use the following IP address, or they might have left it like this. So you want that it should be use the following IP address. So you select this, and in the IP address column you have to type any IP address of the form 192.168.1, and the last number you can choose for yourself, any number between 2 and 254. So I choose 249. The subnet mask will be selected automatically. See, it came on automatically, and the default gateway is 192.168.1.1. and in the DNS server addresses you can use the Google DNS, which is a public free DNS. The address is 8.8.8.8 8.8.4.4. I recommend using Google DNS. You can actually use MTNL's DNS server also, which you can find by calling 1500 or 1504 and asking them the DNS server addresses. But these addresses are also fine. This is Google's public DNS. It works fast, it works fine. So just click on OK. This will give you a warning, just select yes. Then now you set up your PC. In my case it's a PC. You can be doing this on a laptop also. So now my local IP is fixed, that is 192.168.1.249. this is fixed. My local IP will remain this only. MTNL will keep giving me different external IPs, 59.178. something. They will, every time I start my modem, or they will just keep giving me different external IPs, but my router will always give my PC this single IP which I just wrote here. So what I want is that when I give my friends my external IP, that external IP should redirect to this internal IP, and we have fixed this. So we can set it up that whatever is our external IP should redirect to this. And so how do we set that up? That redirection is what is port forwarding. So for port forwarding, wait a second. Okay, so we are ready. You have to open up your browser. As you can see, I have opened up Google Chrome, and now type in 192.168.1.1. This is your router configuration page. You have to type in the username and password. By default it is admin and admin, both for the username and password. You might have changed it, so you have to remember it. Login, then go to advanced setup. This is the GUI that is provided by my MTNL 450 TC1 Wi-Fi router. So you have to check whatever might be a little different GUI provided by your router. You have to find the option for NAT. There has to be an option for NAT if you are behind the router. So go to NAT options, and then in virtual server. Actually there are two ways of doing this. When you go to NAT, there will be two options, DMZ and virtual server. So you can go to DMZ and select enabled. It will be disabled by default. Just select enabled, and it will say DMZ host IP address. Just type in the local IP address that you set for your PC or laptop in here in the network properties. you remember we set this IPv4 properties here. This IP address, just remember it, 192.168.1.249. This is the IP address that we have to type in here. It's just asking us for the local IP address to which it should redirect all the traffic which comes through your external IP address. So we select this and we say save. So actually that is it. Now you can run your server. Everyone will be able to connect to it. What you just have to do is you have to type my IP here. This is searching Google for my IP. Google will tell you your external IP. So you just copy your external IP and through Facebook or through WhatsApp you tell your friends this external IP and the port number. That port number you have to see from here. You remember this file is hlds.exe, which is in your server folder. Here this UDP port, this is normally 27015. You do not need to change it, you should keep it that way. I changed it 14119. Keep it 27015. And when you give your friends your IP, you have to use this external IP. You'll give your friends this, you type a colon and then you type 27015. You type whatever is here in the UDP port field. So when you start the server and you give your friends this IP, they open up their Counter-Strike and press the key. Wait a second. See, I told you how to set up DMZ. I will also tell you about what port forwarding if you want to be safe, because DMZ just forwards all the ports. But if you don't want to forward all ports, then you can use single port forwarding, which I will explain. But just first see how your friends have to connect to your server. When you have given them your external IP followed by this port number, in between there will be a colon. How will your friends connect to it? Your friends have to start up Counter-Strike. Let me show you. They'll just, you know what, wait, they'll start Counter-Strike and they will press this key, tilde key, which is beside the key 1 and above tab. They'll press this key, it will open up a console, and there they will type connect space the IP that you gave them colon the port number that you gave them. Okay, so in my case I'm just showing you an example. This, I gave my friend this number. So what does he do? He opens up Counter-Strike, he presses the tilde key, then he types connect and this, and he presses enter. It will connect to your server and you can configure your server using this. Suppose I just start the server here. It will now give me other settings for my server. You can select the map, you can see this is my server, it's running now. If I give my friends my IP and port number, they will be able to connect. Now I can set up the map name here. Mostly you'll want to use popular maps, Dust2, etc. Whatever, that's your wish. You can download new maps, etc. So here Dust2, and these passwords are not necessary. You can set the time, freeze time, round time, etc. These settings are for you to explore. Your server is ready and it can be connected through by all your friends. So I'm just stopping the server now. So that's it. Maybe you'll want to be on the safer side and just forward one single port. Let me show you that also. In this, in your browser you have to type 192.168.1.1. This page will open. Advanced setup, NAT, as earlier. No, nothing is different, but instead of going into DMZ you go into virtual server, and here is how you set up ports to be forwarded. See, It's asking for an application name. You can type anything, Counter Strike or anything, that is your wish. You can type any name. You don't need to select anything in this, nothing in the protocol, just select all and type in a port number and end port number. So as you see in this window, you have application name, you can enter anything, protocol all, start port number, end port number. Now this again has to be the same number that was in the UDP port field of hlds.exe. So this was my Counter-Strike 1.6 folder. I run hlds.exe. It is 27015 here, so I need to type 27015 there also. They'll ask for a local IP address. Now I guess I've explained it very well. You know what to type here. It is the local IP of your PC, and as you can see, it is the same IP that I typed in the network connection properties, IPv4 properties 192.168.1.249. In the DMZ also I had to type the same IP address, but DMZ will forward all ports and this is for forwarding a single port. So the same local IP address, it's written 14119 here because earlier that number here was 14119, so it's 27015 now. So I'll just enter that 27015 here, and in the local part also you have to just copy and paste that only. So you see, it's not a big deal, just this simple configuration. And if I click on save, you'll see there'll be an entry. It's saving the configuration. And so okay, actually the problem in my case is that I had already forwarded 27015 port number. Okay, so in your case this won't come up. Do not worry, this is not an error. It's because I have already forwarded that. It is just saying that you cannot forward the same port number again, because as you can see here, it is showing 27015 is already here. See, start port and port 27015, it's highlighting here. That is already there. In your case, this list will be empty if you haven't forwarded any ports earlier. If you have, then that will be here. So you have to choose a different number. So I had already forwarded 27015 and it is already in this list, so I cannot use that again. So you know how to forward a port. Suppose you want to forward 27020. So what will you do? 27020 here, 27020 here, copy that here, and you just type Counter-Strike 2, any name, whatever, just save that. Now you'll see there will be no error. It will just forward 27020 for me. See, Counter-Strike 2, 27020, local IP address, no problems. So this is how you forward ports. And now when you give your friends your IP, how do you find your IP? You have to give your friends your external IP. So you'll just open up Google, you'll type my IP. Google is very kind enough, it will show you your IP, your external IP. This is your external IP. You have to give your friends this, and followed by, see, you have to type this and copy this, and you press colon and then type 27015 or whatever is in hlds.exe. that is up to you, this UDP port number, and the same port number you have to forward here also. Or otherwise, if you do not want to forward this single port, you want to forward all ports, so you have to go to NAT and DMZ and just type your local IP address. It will forward all ports irrespective of the port number. You do not have to set up anything, just enable DMZ on your local IP of the PC or laptop on which you are hosting the server, and all ports are forwarded. Now you can use this way to forward all ports and then be able to play FIFA 08, Unreal Tournament, Call of Duty 4. I have been able to host servers and people are able to connect, and you can enjoy multiplayer gaming with your friends. And if you are unclear on any part, you can comment on the video. We'll be happy to help you. These instructions, you can take a screenshot of the video, and I'll put one or two instructions in the description, but I do want you to watch the video, so these instructions will not be in the description. Only the important links will be in the description. You can screenshot this part of the instructions. It is all that I did in the video, explained to you in complete layman's terms, so there'll be no problem. At least if you are an MTNL user or Airtel user or Den user, any Indian ISP, most of the time what I have told you here, it applies. And you have to just try and find these correct settings in your router if you're using some other ISP. So that's all. You can enjoy gaming with your friends. Take a screenshot if you like, and just like our video and subscribe to our channel, and we'll also just post any other tutorials and any other thing, and I'll start making walkthroughs for games. You can recommend me games to play. I'll try and make a walkthrough for the game, and that's all. Peace.